Hello, hello, welcome back or welcome to Soul Whispers with Michelle. This is a soul-led message, which means if it doesn't resonate, you're fighting the story in any way, or it just doesn't make sense to you, please leave it behind for the souls that it's meant to find. May love hold you, may truth guide you, and may you be released from whatever is not yours. And so it is, my friends. All right, let's see what's going on. All right, we've got the Four of Swords going on in the present energy. I think that there's a perception here or an awareness that you need to let rest. It could be something that you have been reflecting on a lot lately, but it looks like in order to really get past whatever this story is, whatever this awareness is, you need to let it rest. So I think it's something that you may need to come back to. But it's one of those things where you're not going to get the answer, I think, because you're ruminating on it a little too much. And if you allow yourself a little bit of rest, and the rest can be physical. It can be physically taking a nap or something like that. But it could also be rest as in like doing something fun, doing something that is completely outside of what you are thinking about. And once you do that, you allow your subconscious and soul to kind of work. And then the answers can come to you. It's kind of like one of those things where you're trying to remember the name of somebody, you stop thinking about it, and like 3 hours later, you're like, oh, it's blah, blah, blah. Same kind of concept. So let's see what's challenging you right now. Yeah, it's the Three of Wands. It's wanting to move forward. It's wanting to move this thing forward, and putting a lot of energy into this awareness or this belief, or whatever you are thinking about. And it's challenging you because it's like you want to do something about it, but you don't have the clarity yet. So I think this is why it's important for you to either rest where you're physically sleeping, or rest where you're living your life, having fun, and letting it come to you when it's right. Letting the answers come to you when it's right. Let's see what's gotten you to this point. See, I kept feeling that Nine of Swords energy. Yeah, it's you've been ruminating on something for too long. There's an awareness that you've gotten to the end of, okay? Like you've gotten to the end of the cycle with this. And that's why it's like you can't think about it anymore because you've reached the end of it. And so that's why it's important for you to let it rest and to possibly pick it up later when there's either more information or things become coherent within you where you finally have it figured out and you're not just going in circles. Let's see where your soul wants you to go with this. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Commit to having patience, okay? Commit to allowing this to develop on its own without forcing it. Okay, so maybe there's something that you're like, oh, if I could just get this last piece, if I could just get this last piece of the puzzle. And it's like, you're right. Once you get that, you are gonna like, look at that. You're gonna there's gonna be many things that bear fruit. But it appears though, but your soul is saying, but you need to commit to patience and to allowing this to become the reality. Yeah. All right, let's see what's supporting you at this time. We have the Nine of Pentacles. So again, we're talking about a completion here. And again, I'm seeing this person resting, and really this feels like a self-care day, the way this picture is looking. So it's like what's supporting you right now is you're not thinking about whatever this is anymore. Allowing it to come to you when it's ready, when it's ripe. Okay? And in the meantime, you're doing what you need to do to revitalize yourself. I feel like just to feel some solace and peace. Let's see what's coming in to support you further. We have the Lovers. there's a new commitment that's coming in. It feels like this picture, it's a commitment to, the way I'm seeing it within this, it's like a commitment to rest and action, like a commitment to understanding. How do I, hold on, let me, I'm seeing it as a commitment to allow yourself to transition into whatever you need to be in that moment for your highest benefit. What I mean by that is, again, if ruminating and thinking about something is not working in your best interest, if it's actually depleting your energy, then the commitment to, okay, I can't figure this out right now, so I'm going to do a little self-care type of thing, or have some fun type of thing, that you allow yourself to do what's needed in that moment and you commit to that. Okay, let's see what your perception is. We've got the King of Pentacles. I feel like this is directing it's like directing your energy. The way that you're seeing this situation is that you're directing your energy to what is going to benefit you in physical reality. Basically, I'm taking this action because this is going to allow blank reality, which I completely understand, but it seems like your perception of what you need isn't actually the truth, because it feels like right now you need more self-care than you do action on whatever it is that you're trying to understand or become stable on. All right, let's see how you're interacting with the environment. We have the Knight of Wands. I think your thoughts, your perception is it's moving very quickly. Okay, and I also feel like that may be causing you to take actions that are a little bit less high frequency and more a reaction to the thought. And sometimes when we're in the state of ruminating, the actions we're not taking necessarily with clarity. It could be that you're taking the action because you're in fear. If I don't take this action now, it's going to cause this. As opposed to, I'm taking this action because this is what is in the best interest of whatever, fill in the blank. So I feel like you're interacting with the environment in a more of a reactive way than clarity, if that makes sense. Let's see what your hope and fears are. We have the Four of Wands. I think it's to stabilize your energy. Okay, like you really would celebrate and look forward to stabilizing your energy, meaning it almost feels like almost like you wanting to get into a routine that you know keeps your energy up. And with this, and it could be too, the fear is that you're not going to get this stabilized energy, that you're always going to go through this, I have a lot of energy, now I don't. Now, that is a rhythm. That is actually how it works. But I think the severity of depletion and having a lot of energy will minimize when you stabilize. And again, when you're taking action from clarity as opposed to action from reaction, that it's not fear-based, not anger-based, that it is indeed what you feel is good, right, and true for you overall. And I do, again, so I think when you do that, you will notice that you do have a more stable energy, because you're not taking so much action. And also because you may not think so much, like, I don't think a lot of people understand that thought, energy, thinking, it is very, very draining. It is very, very draining. And so it's like, you don't realize that just this overthinking is actually taking away some of your vital life force energy, and almost destabilizing it in a way. So that's why I think it's important for you to do some R&R, so that rest and recovery, so that you can get yourself back to neutral. And I think once you get yourself to that point, that awareness that you've been looking for in order to progress yourself is going to be there. And I think you're going to know exactly, because you already have kind of this King of Pentacles energy where you know how to direct your energy. But now I think it's just directing it in a clearer way for you to move with more, again, with more efficiency. Let's see the outcome. We have the Seven of Swords. The outcome is, well, I like that. It's the outcome seems to be a conviction in your thoughts. Okay, so again, when we go to the beginning and we have the Four of Swords, you're trying to stabilize an awareness, a new perception. And the outcome, if everything that we talked about goes as follows, or as talked about, that you're going to be able to commit to this new perception, to this new awareness. I am curious what this new perception or awareness then leads you to. Oh, wow. Well, that is cool as heck. Well, Judgment is like a new, it's a new you, right? It's you, but the new you is less affected by other energies, because you have so much conviction in what you believe and in your awareness, that you are less affected by what is happening with everybody else. And it's like marching to the beat of your own drum, or in this case, marching to this beat of your flute. I don't know, whatever you want to say. But that seems to be the outcome, almost like independence from other people's thoughts, and to allow yourself to become, the way the musical notes are coming out, it's like letting your song flow, letting your voice out. It almost feels like you speaking your own truth based on your conviction. And all of this will take place, but it does seem, again, like the important part for you right now to focus on, I said it a lot, but I'm reiterating it because it seems based upon this, is that let it go, have some fun, and then come back to it when that awareness is there. It's almost like, don't forget to live life and have fun while you're pursuing this truth that you're looking for. That's what I have for you. If you felt supported by this, if you felt seen, heard, and understood, I ask that you reciprocate that support by donating to my Venmo or PayPal, or liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. And also, if you'd like to comment, I would love an emoji that best resonates with your current energy. All right, my friends, until the next time.